Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a better morning than I did. Computer issues, but that's beside the point. This is Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek from downtown Chattanooga in News 12's studios, and this is our Weatherblog update, Weather Overtime, where we give you a better idea as to what's going on with the forecast. I'm in for the vacationing Chip Chapman for the next couple of days. Patrick Core, Chief Meteorologist Emeritus, will be back with us as we go into tonight, Tuesday, and also Wednesday evening, so stay tuned for him. That's also where we start to see the potential of maybe some more scattered thunderstorms and maybe the potential of some stronger weather heading our direction. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Questions, concerns, ideas of what you want to see on here, let me know at aonek@wdef.com by email or dropping by our website at wdef.com/weather. Very much on the warm and windy side for the next couple of days, and could be some stronger weather coming up as we go into our future. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. Cloudy by midday about the time we record this, again toward about lunchtime, and looking at good conditions for now. There are going to be some scattered showers out there. Could be a rumble of thunder into the next couple of hours, but mainly going to be looking at more potential problems coming up by the time we work our way into next week. Thanks to Southern Man on Twitter for a view from Chickamauga Lake. This is actually our view from last week Friday. Starting over on Monday, we'll have a brand new West Shore Home Weather Window picture of the day coming up as we go into tonight with Mr. Patrick, so stay tuned for that. But thanks to Southern Man dropping this to us on our Twitter feed as well, and you can find out more about our social media feeds out there and post your pictures as well, or send them to pictures@wdef.com. We'd love to be able to see what you have in that camera lens out there and feature them for everybody else, and thanks to everybody so far who have been our West Shore Home Weather Window picture contributors. Our latest storm system is making its way across the country. Going to be again seeing most of the energy going well to our north. This was actually the storm system that was plaguing California a couple of days ago, so most of the energy of this system is going to be heading away from us, but that's not going to stop us from picking up the potential of maybe some showers and thunderstorms here and there. And then watching back to the west, our next storm systems are about ready to make their way across the country, and these are the ones which may give us the potential for some stronger weather in the next couple of days. In between here and there, we've got a bit of a lull coming up with high pressure and control and keeping things decently quiet for a while, but we'll be back into some stronger weather coming up a little bit later on. Wind advisories in effect for at least a dozen different states, and that includes all of the News 12 viewing area, which is kind of odd because usually we see the areas of the Cumberland Plateau and then the Appalachians get most of the advisories out there. In this case, all of the News 12 viewing area will be picking up the entire wind advisory, which means that everybody between the Cumberland and the Appalachians and into the river valley itself will be looking at some very breezy conditions out there, including winds gusting 30 to 50 miles per hour. So we could be looking at some pretty good chop out there on the roadway, so be ready for that. Again, winds coming in from out of the southwest. So if you have any east or west travel out there, that's where you're going to be seeing the potential of problems for the heaviest activity. We're also looking again at the potential of higher wind speeds over parts of the Appalachians just outside the News 12 viewing area. A high wind warning in effect, and that'll go again until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's actually a misnomer right there, to where that time frame is just a little bit off. So we see again this wind advisory continuing into Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock. The chances of showers and thunderstorms should be done as we head toward afternoon and evening, but the kids heading home from school today probably going to need some rain protection, and don't forget it's going to be pretty windy out there getting on and off the school bus, so hold on to those umbrellas, otherwise they might take off for the East Coast pretty soon. The chances of rain gone into tonight, maybe a passing cloud or two, and things will be decently quiet, but they will be brisk tomorrow morning, mid to upper 40s. And that's about as chilly as it gets until we get into this weekend. We'll tell you about that on the 7-day in just a little bit. A pleasant, sunny, dry Tuesday coming up, but very much on the mild side once again. And then a few more clouds in advance of our next storm system coming in off the west coast, giving us low temperatures on Wednesday morning back in the lower 50s. The possibility of severe weather well to our north for today. This forecast has changed a little bit as the Storm Prediction Center is placing us in the potential of having some just generic generic thunderstorms. No severe weather being seen for the News 12 viewing area for now. Into tomorrow, no threat perceived, no forecast being issued for any severe weather on Tuesday, but on Wednesday we're looking at a generic threat up to about a marginal threat, so it's an increase in the possibility of severe weather, but again, not a severe weather major outbreak. That is again for Wednesday. Now, as we get into the rest of the week, Thursday, this is where things get interesting back to the west of us. The greatest potential out this direction. Memphis down toward Jackson, Mississippi, north of New Orleans, and east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That'll be Thursday afternoon and evening, and then moving our direction as we go into Friday. The best threat looks like it's going to be Thursday, in which the Storm Prediction Center is already using the word significant outbreak. So we could be looking at some dangerously high amounts of energy in the atmosphere, and that means we could be seeing the potential of some strong, long-track tornadoes from some supercell thunderstorms. So this could be a significant threat, and we need to watch this very carefully to see how far that's going to get to our area. Friday, the threat is a little bit less, but when the Storm Prediction Center starts issuing forecasts on the extended level that have this level of potential out there, and it doesn't look like much for right now, but it will be changing a little bit. We really need to pay attention to forecasts issued this far ahead of schedule, so it definitely has some potential problems for us out there. Now, looking into the next several days, it's going to be very much on the mild side, much warmer than this from what you see here, and then cooling off as we head into next weekend. Updates with Patrick coming up later on tonight. Severe weather purposes, again, time to get your weather radio ready to go. And if you have not done so because you think it might be too complicated, it really isn't, and we help you do that. Head to wdef.com/weather for more, to where you can program in the counties you want to be notified for and the warnings you want to be notified for, and we can help you do that again at our website. Now, coming up this next week on Thursday, hopefully the National Weather Service will not be canceling this if there is severe weather possible, but it is possible that may happen. Thursday, March 2nd, 1 p.m. at the UTC Library at Vine and Douglas Street, a new Skywarn training session for the Chattanooga and Hamilton County residents. This is totally free, but you should register for your seat at weather.gov/MRX. Now, beyond just Hamilton County and Chattanooga, there are other meetings coming up for other counties in the News 12 viewing area, as taught by the National Weather Service in Morristown and Huntsville, Alabama. Meigs County, Tennessee, Thursday, March 9th, 6:30 p.m. Marion County, Tennessee, Tuesday, March 21st, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Remember to adjust your clocks when that happens. And DeKalb and Jackson County, Alabama, at the Northeast Alabama Community College in Rainsville, Alabama. That'll be Friday, March 24th at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time there. Register at the various websites, weather.gov/MRX or weather.gov/HUN for more. And if you can't make the meetings for National Weather Service in Morristown, there are virtual Skywarn training sessions out there and available for you. This started during the pandemic, but it is still being made available to people in the viewing area who may not be able to make it to a training session in person, and maybe due to, again, compromised health or something like that. Go to weather.gov/MRX to find out more about the virtual Skywarn spotter training session and learn what you need to know to spot for the National Weather Service and to stay safe during severe weather. You can also find out more at our website about our Food City Weather in the Classroom program. To request a visit from our meteorologist, wdef.com/weather, and click on Weather in the Classroom for more. We also tackle more about this on our What I Want to Know show that's posted to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to see more about what we do for the various age groups, various student level groups, definitely want to stop by and check out our What I Want to Know show for more information about that, to where we can help your students understand more about science, math, weather. It's a little different for the younger groups than it is for the older students, and we take care of more about that on the What I Want to Know show. More information about all that available on the interwebs. Find me out there someplace, and you can find out more about what's going on with weather in and around the Tennessee River Valley, or hit me up for a game of chess. You never can tell where you might find me out there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. Patrick Core will be in for the evening show later on tonight, and of course, stay tuned for more coming up at wdef.com/weather.